You want to be in the video?
It's a good thing you don't have bad breath, buddy.
So we just got back from a trip, and we had two failures in the van that we wanted to share with you. One was our water heater stopped working at altitude, and so we're going to investigate that, and we'll show you what we find, because we're not quite sure what's wrong with that right now. The second issue was
that we could not empty our gray tank. We found that out when John was trying out the new shower system.
So we'll show you what happened with that. And anyways, hopefully you can learn from this. We definitely are learning as we go along. You okay there, Jackson? Okay.
This is our grandpuppy Jackson. He's visiting for a few days.
Yes.
We love him. And Jojo, of course. Hello, Jojo.
My lovely bride keeping me company while I drive through the desert.
I heard that. Just resting my eyes.
So do you hear that sound? That's the sound of no squeaks in the cabinets. I'm so excited. It's just a quiet drive. Isn't that exciting, Mom?
It is exciting. I like it.
So we're in the middle of the desert, and we just pulled off to the side of the road. Debbie's making lunch. Jojo and I are kicking out on the bed right underneath the air conditioner. So the air conditioner is set for 70 degrees, and it's about 91 outside, and it's very comfortable inside the van. So this is where we're staying, the East Fork Campground.
We are near Rock Creek Lake.
And
We are in the Sierras. It is beautiful up here. We're at Rock Creek Lake, and it is beautiful weather. It's cool and fresh and really beautiful. The water is crystal clear. Jojo has already tried it.
our second night out, and we got our little fire going. We got our camper right over there, and Jojo's inside because Jojo doesn't like the fire.
No, she doesn't.
She's hanging out inside. As we said, the water heater is not heating water currently. First thing I did was check the switch up front to make sure that it was turning power on to the plug, which it is. So we're going to take the next step and remove the cover in the front to see what's going on. The owner's manual indicates that this is the cover that needs to come off in order to get at the switch. So I believe this is the reset switch, and I pushed it down, and hopefully it reset the system. To test the water heater, I turned on the inverter, and it's pulling 24 watts. I reach behind me and twist the timer for the water heater, and look at that. It jumps up. It is heating water again. I am so happy. All I had to do is reset the overtemp switch on the water heater, and it's working perfectly again. So simple fix. The only thing I couldn't do is take the cover off when I was out camping because I didn't have a small enough screwdriver. But that's all fixed. Yay! The next issue was the gray tank not emptying. So I took apart the ball valve, and this is what I found inside. You can see the motor is totally rusted. So how did we get that ball valve motor all rusted up? Where did the water come from? Well,
I know.
Okay, share.
Well, the van took a mud bath. We love to camp with Harvest Host, and we found a really beautiful winery in the middle of Kansas, of all places. And so we decided to drive out there, and we camped in the most beautiful spot overlooking a lake. It was part of their property. We tasted some great wine, and we really had a nice time. Except that the winery was 5 miles down a dirt road, and when we drove out there, it was a nice dirt road, and then it rained all night.
And coming out was a white knuckle drive And when we finally made it back to pavement, the van was coated in mud, especially on the undercarriage. So long story short, when we got home, I got underneath the rig and power washed all of that dried, caked on mud off of there. And lo and behold, the ball valve didn't like being power washed. And I didn't dry it out or anything. I didn't think anything of it. And that's where the rust came from. So we did it to ourselves.
There you have it. But it was worth the adventure. I wouldn't have skipped the winery in the middle of Kansas.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
It was neat. And, that's how you have adventures. So
Harvest Toast, I recommend them.
we definitely do.
So the new ball valve came in today, and it's just like the old one, which is a 12-volt unit, which is normally closed. So you apply power and the ball valve opens, and then you turn the power off and it closes again. So underneath the rig are the two ports. This is the port for the main drain, and over here is the emergency drain. So the ball valve just screws on to that piece. This is the plumbing for our gray water system. So this comes down from our shower, it goes into a duct bill, and this just allows the water and the gas to flow in one direction. Then it comes over and actually goes into our 10-gallon tank, and then this is where the sink water comes in. I just wanted to note that all of these components are readily available at Home Depot or your hardware store. So if anything breaks, we can get it while we're on the road. This is the ball valve with the line that goes out and gets connected to a hose to drain the system. This is what opens by the Servo GX inside the cab. And then this is the emergency drain that you just have to unscrew this plug and you can drain the tank. Plan on putting a valve on this just to make it easier, but that's our gray water system. We are learning about our van, about what we can do with it, what we can't do. And we just appreciate you guys coming along for the journey and being able to learn along with us, and that we can share this stuff with you. So,
Oops.
okay.
Dogs.